certain moments in life, you know, whether you're out there, up here, whatever, it almost feels like it's a dream. Pinch me real quick, man. The album is called Distant Relatives. Hopefully, most of you in here have purchased your copy. You understand what I'm saying? It came out, I think, what, last week? Hit stores? Yeah. I just wanted to first have both of you, if possible, briefly comment on the historical relationship between, you know, reggae music and hip-hop music, and what role that history played in the making of this record, and whether or not the title has anything to do with that idea.
Yeah, I think like Jamaican music and hip-hop music were doing a lot to the people in New York City, where I grew up, for like in like the 80s. You know, in the 80s, at the same time I'm hearing early hip-hop records. I'm hearing like a lot of early reggae records. They have a lot of similarities. The artists both come from the same similar situations, and politically or just the conditions of their lives, it's just were very similar. You know what I'm saying? Those two different artists. And the music of it was hard. The drums was hard, bass lines was hard. And it was just like they went right along with each other. Also, one of the pioneers of hip-hop, Kool Herc's Jamaican. He brought his whole culture to New York City. He's one of the guys who, you know, pioneered hip-hop. So it's always been like side by side.
Junior,
yeah, in the same sense as what Naz was saying, you know, I mean, you know, the cultures are very similar and come from the same class of people, if you will, you know what I mean. They're both very honest expressions, and they're both a voice for that class of people, you know what I mean, in that kind of case. So, you know, yeah, and everything else I'm saying, I agree.
Thank you, gentlemen. As I understand it, you know, I know Dan Dalton fairly well. You know, I go back for some years. You guys didn't plan for this to be an album. First, I heard rumors of an EP. Then Dan let me know, you know, they're in the studio and it's feeling really good, and I think this is going to be an album. This wasn't a slated record. You guys are both on major labels. You know, you have, you know, contracts to fulfill and whatnot. You got solo records coming out, I know. And so this record was kind of like a passion project, and I wanted you to sort of talk about how you ended up deciding to make this full-length album, which I think is a phenomenal record. It's beautiful. There's a lot of time and effort and energy put into it. There's a lot of heart in the record. And so, I mean, where did that come from? What happened?
I mean, started off really, you know, being fans of each other's music, to tell you the truth. You know what I mean? That's really the root and where everything really come from. A lot of everything else that happened for the project is just serendipity, things that ended up happening to be coincidental and fall into place that were perfect in terms of what we were doing. Everything was in the same line. For example, you know, it started out with the idea from our management teams for us to do an EP on Africa, 3 to 4 tracks. And in working on the album, you know, we decided that on the EP, we decided we wanted to make it become an album, you know, and even within the title, Distant Relatives, after a while we started to think of things like, well, yeah, hip-hop and reggae are distant relatives. And, you know what I mean, we started to see even obviously the common root with all people and Africa and how everything tied in together, you know what I mean? So this thing, I guess you could say destiny was slated for this record, you know what I mean? It wasn't something that was in our conscious, our focus, but it's something that we both feel it was just, that happened, you know, we didn't fight it, we just went with the energy.
Mr. Jones, you concur?
I concur.
All right, I'm gonna just do my DJ thing real quick. I have a couple of favorites.